Throughout my life, I've tried and tested so many things. And along the way, I have discovered a few things that work very well, at least for now. I'm going to share the 5 key things that have helped me the most. Of course, it's not possible to be 100% productive every single day. I think if you're able to be 90% productive, that's good enough. These things have also helped me be very productive with all of my clients and just my personal life. It's things that help me zone in and to help me stay calm and, most importantly, focused. Now, the first thing is a schedule. Yes, I know you've heard this many times, but it works very well for me because where my focus goes, there my time also goes. If I'm focusing on work, my time will go into productive work. If my focus goes to binging YouTube videos, maybe like this one, then all my time will go for that as well. And I don't want my time going into a black hole of cat videos. When it comes to a schedule, I use 2 things. I use Google Calendar to give me some type of structure of what I think my day will look like. I'll schedule out every hour or 2 hours depending on how long the task will take. But I also schedule a break in between of roughly just 5 or 6 minutes. I found it helps very well just to walk around and just do 30 seconds of stretching, just to get the blood flowing again, because then I can focus again. Sure, when I'm focusing for 4 hours straight, it does feel there's a consistent focus, but I've realized it does begin to taper off very quickly. But if I just stand up, walk around, do 5 squats, maybe 10 push-ups, just do a little bit of stretching, it helps to regain my focus. The blood is just circulating again. And I love listening to lo-fi beats, but my favorite is 40 Hz binaural beats, because according to neuroscience, this can help you into your flow state a little bit quicker. And because of the beats, well, it's more fluctuating tones that's happening. It puts me in this trance state when I'm focusing on work, or in this case, it helps put me into a flow state. And the second thing is Trello. Trello is a quite common app that many teams use, or even software developers. Now, I structure Trello into a standard Kanban board. There's to do, process, and finished. It calms my anxiety when I know exactly what needs to be done and what I am currently busy with. The key productive tool I learned in psychology is Parkinson's law. It has to do with if you give yourself 5 days to finish a task, you will finish it most likely in 5 days. That's why it's also possible for you to finish a master's project 1 hour before the deadline. You will find the time, you will find the effort. It might not be your best work, but you will be able to finish it. If you give yourself 1 month, 6 months to finish a project, you will finish it more than likely in that time frame. So with that in mind, I like to crunch my tasks down to the minimum effective dose, to the minimum time I think it will be required to finish it, because more than likely I'm able to finish it at least in a very short time period. It's not the highest quality, but as soon as it's finished, I'm able to review it and make the necessary changes just to polish it. Another thing I've been incorporating in my life for the last 6 years is minimalism. My desk is my sanctuary. I don't want to be cluttered, and I definitely don't want distractions. For me, a clean desk is a clear mind. The less they are on my desk, the calmer my mind feels, at least. Now, going from the physical workstation, there's the digital workstation. I also like to keep my bookmarks clean. Any social media apps, that goes into a folder. I don't want to see YouTube or TikTok or Instagram competing for my attention. If I see the YouTube icon, I might think, what new video is out about productivity or psychology that can help enlighten me? Because when I'm in the zone, the last thing I want is to think about what's going on social media or what's going on Twitter or X. But by far, the best thing I've done for my productivity is dual monitors. Why? Because when I'm working on a project, or I'm sifting data or working on a client's notes, I like having the main document open on my main screen, and on the other screen I can have research open. I can very quickly just shift between the 2 monitors. Instead of switching between tabs or minimizing and opening again, I just love seeing all of the information all at once. This might sound a bit counterintuitive, we just talked about having focus, but in this case, the data is all going to one place. It isn't that it's distracting me, it's really helping me to save a little bit of time. Okay, I know I just said the best thing for my productivity was dual monitors. That's maybe in the digital space. But the physical space, a notebook. I can't stress enough how much I love a notebook. It's always open and ready for any ideas. As soon as a new idea pop into my head, I write it down. If it's something in my personal life or professional life, I write it down because I know I'm going to forget it. I just write it down and I can keep working on whatever I need to be working on. The notebook is also there for any problem solving. I love writing it down. As soon as I see it on paper, I can get perspective. It is completely full of scribbles. It's nothing in about how my day was or what I had for breakfast. It's purely just I'm vomiting whatever's in my mind on it. The issue is when you have a notebook, you buy the best and fanciest notebook and you're so scared to write anything down in it. This thing is to scribble. I go crazy. I don't care what it looks like. It's not for anyone else. It's just for me to work through whatever I need to work through. If there's a key idea, I will simply just put a star next to it. So when I page through it, I simply look for the star on one of the edges of the pages. And then I know this is very important. Then I will refer back to it. And the last one is food and exercise. I've tried intermittent fasting in the past and it works quite well for me. I really don't mind it. But for the last few years, I don't actively intermittent fast. I simply fast until around lunch because it helps me just to dive directly into my work. I don't need to think about, okay, what am I going to have for breakfast? Oh, I need to have breakfast. No, I just get on with it. Now, there are quite a few benefits for fasting, one of them being concentration. And when it comes to lunchtime, I can have a guilt-free lunch. I basically eat anything I want. It's usually quite healthy, but I can eat whatever I want. And then there's exercise. I don't aim to be the next Arnold Schwarzenegger or Usain Bolt. I work out because I enjoy it and it keeps me sane and healthy. I weight train 3 times a week and a bit of jogging, depending on the season. In summer, I usually jog between 5 to 10 kilometers. That's more than enough to clear my mind and to keep me healthy. I do enjoy jog, especially when I'm overwhelmed, because a good jog helps me clear my mind. And look, when you're physically tired and spent, it's quite difficult to worry or stress about a situation or a task because there's no more energy left. So it helps me, once again, to gain a different perspective from a calmer state. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll talk again in the next one.